Hi, everyone. So, as most of you know, about once a week, I like to do a What Are We Manifesting spread because we're always manifesting all the time, whether we know it or not. And so, it's nice to see if what we are manifesting is along the lines of something we want because we can always pivot. And then, for those of you who are intentionally manifesting, this is a good opportunity to see if you are on the right track. So let's see with the tarot. We're starting out with the Six of Wands. So that is your current energy. So that tells me that you are really in a space where you feel like you're succeeding right now, that things are really going your way. I'm also getting with the Six of Wands that your intuition might be really on point right now. You have a strong inner knowing about something. The Six of Wands is the Three of Wands twice. And the Three of Wands is knowing that something is coming in because you can just anticipate it. It's like you can just feel it. But this is the culmination of that the things that you knew were going to come in, the successes that you knew you were going to have that were destined for you, they're starting to come in now. That is your current energy. So then we have the Two of Swords, Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Underneath, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. There's a lot of twos here. Seven of Swords, Six of Cups, and Three of Swords. Underneath everything is the Five of Wands. And so because the Five of Wands is hidden here as your hidden potential, what this is really telling me that some kind of conflict that you're either currently in or a conflict that you're just coming out of because of the Six of Wands, this is really your proof of what a badass you really are. That you were in a Five of Wands type of energy, but now you're in this Six of Wands, which is really this confirmation of just how amazing you are, and that it's probably helping your self-confidence too, by being able to see the successes that you're getting, that whatever this was, this Five of Wands competition or strife or pettiness, that you've been able to overcome it and you've come out on top is what this Six of Wands is telling me. So I like that that is your current energy because it's really showing me that you're moving in the right direction, because we do see a Seven of Wands here too, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, but it feels like you're being challenged with, it feels like you're stuck a bit. So whatever this is for you that you're trying to overcome, the successes that are coming in, the victories that are starting to come in for you. So whether you are in a relationship where you're feeling stuck, or you're in a career where you're feeling stuck, or you're starting to make a new business where you're feeling stuck, make that part make sense for you. But it does feel like you're feeling a bit stuck right now, that you can't make a choice about something. I'm getting a sense too that you may be stuck in an energy where you're not maybe perhaps looking at all of the things you've already done. Or if this is a relationship, you might only be focusing on the negative aspects and not the positive. I just saw 333 as I said that. That all of these twos are giving me the sense that you're trying to make a decision about moving this forward, whatever this is for you, but you're fluctuating between saying this is never going to work and saying, oh, but look at the milestones I've already reached. Oh, but this is never going to work. And oh, but look at the milestones I've already reached. So it feels like you're going back and forth. And so it's preventing you from even moving forward at all. It's almost like you don't really know what to do. But in your subconsciousness, you have the Seven of Wands. And that is a great place to see a Seven of Wands, especially when you're trying to manifest something. So the Seven of Wands is about not giving up. So even if you are feeling like, oh, this is never going to work, I should stop doing this, this doesn't make sense, I shouldn't have tried to do this, I bit off more than I can chew, whatever it is for you that's keeping your beliefs limited in the situation, with the Seven of Wands, it tells me that you really still want it, that you're still longing for it, you're still aching for it, you're still craving it or this person or whatever this is for you, that it's something that you're so motivated to do, probably because you're having so much success right now, that I feel like that is the reason that you want to stick with it and that you're still willing to fight for it, because it's like you can sense deep down that this is going to work, even though you keep maybe perhaps trying to talk yourself out of it. But you have also put a lot of work with the Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles represents you in this reading. So this tells me that you have reliably showed up every day for whatever this is. So if you are building a business, you are increasing your earning power right now. You're really trying to make really good decisions about showing up every day and not wavering on that. So even though your thoughts may be wavering back and forth between I can do this and I can't do this, you still show up every day saying, I can do this. And you do. You have been diligently putting the work in. That's very clear. This energy of your near future is the Two of Wands. And I like this sort of, depending on what this means for you. But the Two of Wands is about a change of plans. So this is really cautioning you to not change your plan, to keep moving forward in this Knight of Pentacles movement. And I know this because I see as your potential final outcome, there's a Three of Swords. And that's not the energy that we want to be manifesting in, because we did ask, what are we manifesting? So it feels like with this Page of Wands too here, because this is in our what are we manifesting, this is what's on our mind. So I do feel like if this is a relationship, you're thinking about moving onto a different person. If this is a job, you're thinking about moving on to a new job with this Page of Wands. If this is a business, you're thinking about just calling it quits and going in a completely separate direction. But I can see that if you do that, then we have a Three of Swords. And this is what we're talking about, that this is a chance for you to pivot. In this case, it's a chance for you to not pivot. That whatever you're working on here, the cards are saying to continue going towards that. And this Two of Wands in your near future is asking you to not change your plans. Because if you withdraw from this, if you decide not to do this, if you decide not to be in this relationship or build this business anymore, then we don't like the potential outcome. It's not what you're headed towards. It's not what you want to head towards. So again, this is just saying, don't change your plans. You see yourself very correctly because you're seeing yourself as this Two of Pentacles. And so it's very clear to me that you know that you've put a lot into this. You've invested a lot into this. You want to continue to do this because you're finding it very fulfilling, whatever it is. But then at the same time, you keep holding yourself back with these limited beliefs about what you can and cannot do. And so you are seeing yourself very correctly. The environment around you right now, though, is a Seven of Swords. And when I see the Seven of Swords in your environment, it's really cautioning you to not take any shortcuts. So there's a couple of different messages coming through here. The most important message is to continue on whatever this path is that you've been on. If you're starting to think this is not the right person for you, job, place, whatever, make it make sense for you. If you're starting to feel like that, keep going forward anyway. Because then another message coming through is that if you change your plans, you're not going to like the outcome. But also, even if you keep moving forward, don't take shortcuts. You might be feeling like you want to take shortcuts because, again, you're feeling small. You're feeling like you don't believe in yourself. You're feeling like So here's the thing about limiting beliefs is that you become whatever you believe. So if you decide that you can't do this, then that's what's going to happen, but you're going to regret it. And so the Seven of Swords is saying, just keep doing exactly what you've been doing. Don't take shortcuts. Don't change your mind. Just keep doing it because you're eventually going to see the payoff for this. And I also get the sense here that you're a leader in something. You're starting to do something different from everybody else. And so there's this need here also to trust in yourself, that you're capable of doing this, even though perhaps no one before you has done it. So that message is for someone. So there is a bit of a shadow side coming through here with the Six of Cups. And I think that the Six of Cups is about your inner child. And when I see an inner child card come up in a shadow position, there's usually a few things that come through. One is this idea of these limiting beliefs that whatever you were told as a child, you've become that. So if someone limited you as a child in whatever ways, even if it was unintentional, if someone told you you can't do that, you're not big enough, you're not strong enough, you're not smart enough, whatever it is that someone might have said to you when you were a child, it almost seems like you've become that because you believe that. And that's what we were just talking about, these limited beliefs, to really undo that and think about the way you speak to yourself and make sure you're not saying to yourself with all of these twos, that you're not saying to yourself, oh, I can't do it, I'm not blank enough to do this. That you say to yourself, yes, I am. I am big enough. I am smart enough. I am strong enough. I am whatever enough. I am. And so there's a strong message coming through about that too. And then we've already talked about the Three of Swords ending up in your outcome position. But the great thing about doing these check-ins is that you can change your course. But in this case, this is about not changing your course. Stay the course. What you can change is how you speak to yourself. And make sure that you're doing some deep emotional healing with the Six of Cups. And just know that you can keep going forward and keep saying to yourself, I can do this. I can do this, and show up and do it every day. That was pretty clear. So let's get some more tarot just to see if we can see more energies about you and your current situation and perhaps things you could focus on. Wow, so we have the Page of Wands again. And so this is about finding your talent. This is about finding what lights you up, what makes you happy, what all of those things that the Page of Wands does. The Page of Wands goes on a brand new adventure. But in this case, it's not about a new adventure. It's about a new way of looking at yourself. It's definitely about the way you look at yourself. And to don't resist these ideas that you can't, or that you can do it. Don't resist that you can do it, is what I mean. That stop pushing away this idea that this can be you, because it is you, it can be you, and it's going to be you. So, all right, let's get a few more tarot. So we have the Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Temperance. Well, this makes perfect sense. Then we have the Three of Wands at the bottom, and we started out talking about this Six of Wands and how it's 2 Three of Wands. And this is just reminding you to just be patient, keep waiting. You can feel this. You can feel it in your soul. You can feel it in your bones that this is coming in for you. So why give up on it now? If you're thinking about giving up on it now, the only thing you should do is keep talking to yourself in a way that says this will be successful. That whatever you think was not supposed to be for you, it's definitely for you and it's coming in. You're being asked to focus on this Six of Swords. So you're really being asked to focus on probably escaping the way that you talk to yourself, or escaping from situations where people make you feel like you're not enough. The Six of Swords is often for me a card for meditation. And because it's this idea of really calming your thoughts, really getting calm in your thoughts and releasing a lot of mental conflict. So I do think you are being asked to focus on getting very quiet and really concentrating on the way you talk to yourself about this situation. The Eight of Cups in your challenge makes perfect sense too, because this is saying that you are trying to resist this. You're trying to emotionally detach from this because you don't want to do it. And it could be because you're afraid of failing, and that you're basically just saying to yourself, I can't do this, so I'm going to draw a boundary with this. I'm going to avoid this. I'm not dealing with this. Whatever it is for you, if it's a person, a business, a career, whatever. But that's going to be your challenge, is sticking with it. And we've already seen that. So, but the advice that's really coming through here with Temperance is a good one, in the sense that it's just saying to stay balanced. It's the same thing that the Six of Swords is telling us. Stay balanced, do that deep emotional healing that we saw with the Six of Cups. And that really, truly starts with looking at the way you talk to yourself and telling yourself, yes, of course I can do this. I've already come this far. I already have 6 wands, so why would I stop now? So let's get a few big picture oracle cards to see if we can get a little bit more energy from this. The Scythe just popped out, and I think that this is the big picture oracle's way of saying just be careful about the way you talk to yourself, because that's truly the only thing that's getting in the way, that's standing between you and your success, is how you talk to yourself. So we have Wine, Cupid, and the Dog. So With Cupid falling in the middle, for some of you, this could be a love relationship that we've been talking about where it feels frustrating, but this is asking you to stay the course because this is something that's going to pan out for you. But for others, where this is a business or career reading, this is just truly about knowing that you love this thing more than anything. This is the thing that drives you. This is the thing that gives you so much passion. And so why would you give that up? And then the wine and the dog are both telling me similar energies in the sense that there is something to celebrate. So these milestones that you've already reached. The dog represents loyal people around you, customers, clients. This could be friends. But this is really telling me to celebrate the milestones that you've already reached. So if you're getting customers, but they're coming in slowly, it's okay to celebrate the ones that you already have. And again, this idea of thinking about the things you have and not the things that you don't have. So if you're complaining about not having customers, start being joyous about the customers you do have is what I'm getting. And if this is a love reading, then this is a person that's asking you to stay the course, because even the things that you have with this person, the small bits of energy that still exist between you and this person, or the good memories that you have, or the loyalties that they showed you already, focus on that and not on what didn't happen or what hasn't happened or what did happen in some cases. So I'd like to get 2 Moonology cards, and then we'll close this up with a chakra card to see if we need any chakra healing. So we have a full moon in Pisces with forgive. So this is telling me 2 different things. If this is a love relationship for you, it's saying to forgive this person because there's so much more ahead to celebrate. Don't give up yet. And then, but if this is a career reading, this is about forgiving yourself. This is about looking at the way you talk to your inner child and forgive whoever it was who said you aren't strong enough or whatever that is for you. There's a need to forgive and let that go. Then we have first quarter moon in Aries with step into your power. I love that. That is about you reminding yourself that you are a badass, which is what we've already said. Remind yourself of just how much you can do this. We said that there is some leadership abilities about you right now. It feels like you're about to push something forward that no one else has done. And that is definitely a first quarter moon in Aries type of energy. Okay, so let's get 1 chakra card for you so we can look at your energetic health and to see if we need any Reiki healings this time. So we have third eye with isolated. So the color of this third eye, I would like for the color of your third eye to be a lot brighter and a lot lighter. So this tells me that your third eye is a bit closed. And as long as your third eye is closed, you're really not going to be able to bring in these manifestations that we're talking about and these business that you're building or the success of this relationship. As long as you deny your intuition, it's going to be really difficult for you to really push these manifestations through because they start with our visions, which is where we use our third eye. So for those of you who are interested in a free Reiki healing for the third eye, it's in the description and in the pinned comment. That is yours. You can use it anytime you want. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, there's a whole section for the third eye chakra. Oh, this is a good one. I just randomly flipped open to a page for the third eye chakra, but the exercise for the day says be aware of your posture and try to improve it. In general, for the health of all of our chakras, our posture is very important. But in this case, because you're looking to open your third eye a bit, to really think about the way you sit, or the way you walk, or the way you lie down, and really think about your spine and your spinal cord and making sure that everything is in alignment with each other, that the base of your spine is in alignment with the top of the crown of your head. And just become very conscious of that, because that's a really good way to help you open your third eye. But again, if you're interested in a free Reiki healing for your third eye, just look in the description and in the pinned comments. So please let me know how this was resonant for you. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.